Hello, SNA Assassinators. Happy Labor Day. And yeah, the Labor Day special don't end anytime soon because it is Super Ninja Austin for the Monday Night Raw review on September 2nd, 2024. And we're going to be talking about what happened on Monday Night Raw. And yeah, the greatness continues on the Red Show. And yeah, and what a very fantastic, with that post show after Bash in Berlin. Like, especially, oh yeah. And you guys something dinner, yeah. Charger right here on my right, like, which he's kind of like my nephew, but he's my sister-in-law's nephew. But yeah, but that's a different video for a different day. But we're gonna talk about what just happened on Raw. They already have stuff prepared for next week's Raw because there will be a triple back-to-back show after show on the channel that they're on, and that's the USA Network. Okay. Trey. Uncle SNA is trying to tell the viewers that what's going to be happening in the next couple of weeks. But anyways, Assassinators, we got that. They already have everybody. They got everything and everybody ready for what's probably going to happen next. We got plenty of strong segments. We got some really cool banger matches, like from the two triple threat matches, like for the finals in the Fatal 4-Way, like to the very massively entertaining main event, which definitely stole the show. Even though I was expecting it to be like Dirty Dominic Mysterio taking on Ilya Dragunov and Dragon Lee, because they'll probably fit into the story of the Judgment Day. So I was like, why not do that? But they had something better in mind. I did not complain. They did a very excellent job. Like despite this move, like I would say, excuse me. I would say they did a very tremendous job. But we're gonna start off like with everybody getting in the ring. I mean, not in the ring, in the arena. Like, which it was from like a Gunther to Jay Cargill, Bianca Belair, and also CM Punk. He was holding the can, and I was like, man, like I thought he was straight edge. Like, why he's holding the can with some suspicious beverage like in his hand? No, I'm just kidding. It was probably his favorite soda, Pepsi. But anyways, we got Rhea Ripley come out to the ring. This is where she got on the microphone. This is where she was like, hello, welcome to Monday Night Mommy. Well, before I get into that, I want to talk about Wade Barrett proudly introduced his future co-commentator that he's going to be doing commentary with, like, in the next couple of months from September to December. Like, and that is the former journalist and commentator for ESPN, and that is none other than Joe Tessitore. Like it said on the internet, like with WWE, like announced on their Twitter, I believe, like that they signed Joe Tessitore from ESPN, signed him in the multi-year deal. He's going to be joining Wade Barrett on Monday Night Raw and commentary from now on. This is where Wade Barrett then proudly introduced him to. This is where then Tessitore's like, yeah, like I've never stopped roaring. Like that's the one thing that you fans do. You never stop roaring. That's what he said. Is where we do get into the they show the highlights of what happened in Bash in Berlin, like from I'll say Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens to Gunther versus Randy Orton. But this is where we got Rhea Ripley. Then they came out to the ring, and then she had a big smile on her face, even though she came out with a crutch, I believe. This is where we got Rhea Ripley got on the microphone. Did she have a crutch on? No, I think it was afterwards, but this is where Rhea Ripley got on the microphone. I believe she was just fine at first. And this is where she was like, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Monday Night Mommy. And this is where fans are cheering. They wouldn't stop chanting for their favorite women's wrestler star, whatever you want to call it. But this is where fans are like, yay! And this is where she's like, yeah, like I love you too. Like, and it feels so darn good, like to be able to say, but you know what? It actually feel better than that, guys. Like, of what happened in Bash in Berlin, like when myself and my terror twin brother, like Damian Priest, like we absolutely brutalized and destroyed Liv Morgan and Dirty Dominic Mysterio. And this is where fans were cheering like, yeah, we're happy you did that. Y'all got some a quarter of y'all's revenge, but it's not over yet. This is where Rhea Ripley totally agree. But she was like, but I have this to say. This is where fans did start chanting, mommy, 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 before she can even add on to something like what she wanted to say. This is where she couldn't help but show a big grin after she heard her fans like giving her the biggest ovation in her career in WWE. This is where the Rhea Ripley was like there's no time of destroying the Judgment Day. Like no, no, no. Like we're just getting started. And this is where the fans like, yeah, we want to see more. And this is where she gave. And this is what she was like, yeah, like in Bash in Berlin, like I pinned Liv Morgan, like, and she happens to be the women's world champion. Like, like if I didn't know better, I would have said, like, maybe I don't deserve the women's world championship opportunity after doing that. And proving that I can beat the champion, like at any time, any place. And before she can even get into that, this is where she got interrupted by Dirty Dominic Mysterio. This is where he got on the microphone. He was kind of angry. No, I wouldn't say kind of. Very angry, and it's not just because the fans genuinely were booing him, like because he's a horrible man. Rhea Ripley didn't put her ear out. So I like to hear whatever excuses why you lost this past Saturday. This is where Dirty Dominic Mysterio and his dirty ass mustache. I'm sorry for saying that word like in that way, but anyways, yeah, him and his dirty mustache and his black eye in his left side of his eye then came out, and this is where he says that, Rhea, I am not happy, and this is where he starts shouting words in Spanish to the fans, saying, I believe he'll say, shut up, I'm trying to talk, or something like that. This is where then, this is where the Dirty Dominic Mysterio was Liv, like it's not here. And before he can even say she's not here in the building, then the fans like, boo, we don't want to hear that sugar honey iced tea. Like you're lying. Like she is here tonight. Like, that's what they all say. Like especially like when they make their first appearance, like or have somebody sent. Especially when they have somebody make their first appearance come out there and announce this, like that's not like 100% like the facts. Like when it comes to guys like y'all, like claim that something's happening when it's really just a cover for what sneaky plan y'all have under y'all's dirty sleeves, if y'all consider to have sleeves on your shirts. This is where then. Dirty Dominic Mysterio didn't continue with Rhea Ripley. I'm here, but I'm just enjoying the fans' response to you. And this is where he's like I also remember what you did to me at Bash in Berlin. It definitely gave me the flashback from for almost 2 years ago, like, or if not already. This is where he's like, you and Priest. Well, I don't think it was already. It was like September when that happened. But anyways, this is where the fans start chanting, "You suck, the dirty Dom," like they normally do. This is where he tells them to shut up in Spanish again. This is where the fans was not listening. This is where Dirty Dominic that continues like you and Priest took advantage of me and Liv from your match. Like you saw it when we were down. Like you didn't give any cares in the world. Like you did not let us get a chance to breathe. And that's where then he said something inappropriate. Like when I'm saying this, he's like what he said. Like we were jet lagged and then you didn't get any sweep. Like we got jet lag and we got any sweep. Like we're gonna talk about that in just a moment, which is another reference about him and Liv, I guess you could say, like with them together alone. But I'm not gonna get into that. This is a family show. This is where then Wade Barrett and Joe Tessitore was like, oh, come on. This is where fans are chanting you suck the Dirty Dominic because they absolutely do, like him and his dirty mustache. This is where then he added, like after the fans stopped booing him, like because he stopped talking for a little bit. This is where he's like, just because she's a little banged up, Rhea, like that does not mean like she's not afraid of you. Like let alone, and then this word then before he can even add to that sentence. This word then he got interrupted by the booze overpowering him. This word is like shut up, and this word then we got Rhea Ripley and he's like what? And this word then Dirty Dominic Mysterio then pointed out that she indeed beat her before, but that was like a month ago. And this word is like. He's like, but she'll beat you again, like for the third straight time in the singles action. And it's like, and this word, then he did start claiming that he's gonna win the Intercontinental Championship. He's like, and after he does win it from Braun Breaker, him and his new girlfriend will be double strapped around their waist. And this where the Rhea Ripley's like, Dom, shut up! Like that's all you do. And no wonder fans were booing because you talk too damn much. And you need this where she was like, let me put it in a way that you understand, Dom. Like. He's like, you are stupid in Spanish. You said it like this, caredo stupido. Like, hopefully I said that correctly. I don't want to offend nobody. But it's where then Dirty Dominic not like that. He was getting heated. He's like, you're using my native language against me? And that's why I left you. And this where the Rhea Ripley is like it don't I don't give a damn because I'm already with somebody else and no, it's not Jey Uso. And this where that she was and if since Liv Morgan don't want to come out here and face me, maybe I want you to lay this message what I'm about to give to you to send to your new mistress. And this is where she was like I'll face you anytime, any place, and anywhere. And then I want to do it by in this. Like any place, anywhere. And you better make sure she has a response of saying somewhere that's instantly gonna happen. This where then Dirty Dominic's like, oh, you want this anytime and any place? Are you sure you can handle it? I think I have a place. And this where then Rhea was like, did you understand the words that I just said? You do not want me to what's that called? You do not want me to repeat myself because if I do, I'm gonna decapitate your sorry rear end. And this is where we got that's where before she can even react is where Liv Morgan tried to come in and ambush her, but this is where Rhea Ripley was too smart to not know that she's gonna attack her from behind. She back elbow right into her face, right onto Rhea's leg, starts stomping on it and it's where her leg got messed up. I hope that's not legitimate. And if so, I hope that it's a speedy. Hopefully, she has a speedy recovery. And this is where then we got this is where we got Liv Morgan then turned into a female version of Judas from the Bible and kissed her right to the side of her head, it's like a sign of betrayal, I guess you could say, like a little reference for that. But this is where Damian Priest then ran out there and tried to save his Terror Twin sister, but this is where they were too late. They were already gone before he can even make it near them. This is where they ran right to the back there. This is where Damian's like, Rhea, are you okay? Oh my God, this doesn't look good. And I was like, yeah, no sugar, honey, iced tea. Yeah, somebody needs to give her some medical attention whatsoever at this time instantly, even if it's nothing major, but still, you can never be safer. But yeah, let's hope, like I said, this is nothing legitimate. Let's hope that she didn't suffer any worse injuries after that botch, I guess you could say, with her leg messing up at the wrong time, right between all thanks to the between the middle ropes. But let's move on to the next slide. Let me know in the comments down below. And this is where then we got Chad Gable start shouting at him and trying to give him some very over enthusiasm, physical, advice and some training, I guess you could say, mentally and physically, I guess you could say, with them slapping across the face, go out there and show those losers that I used to team with, that who's the real Americans in town. This is where, or not the Americans, but but the amateurs that's in town. This is where we got Chad Gable. You ever slap the Julius Creed, which I understand why did he allow him to do that. Normally, Because when I was where near I came from, where I come from, like yeah, if you slap somebody, you slap them right back, like in self defense. But yeah, that's a different story for a different day. But this is where we got. This is where we got Chad Gable and got out into the ring. I mean, head out to the ring with that. I'm gonna talk about this matchup next, and this wasn't really half bad. Like it may not got the number 3 top 3 spot because that's what the number 1 contenders match and the main event match, but it still was something good to watch. Like when it comes to this feud between the American Made and the Alpha Academy, let me know in the comment section right down below. Like what was your thoughts on this match for those that watch, which I'm gonna get into right now. Like it started off with then the 6-person tag match was. I believe Julius Creed or not? Was it Brutus? First they were about to go on like going at it with one another. Like if it's a what's that, a tornado tag match? But the Creed brothers and Ivy now just immediately attacked the Alpha Academy and beat him up and senseless until Brutus Creed then was the legal man. Tossed Kira Tozawa that he was also the legal man. He tags in his brother, or more likely other way around, with him tagging himself in. This is where they throw him right to the middle of the ring. We got what's his name, Julius Creed. Go for a knee right into the gut. They hit a double gut buster on the power of Tozawa. This is where them got Chad Gable's like, yeah, American made, like made in 19 whatever year he was born. Like I believe. 1981, 2, 3, perhaps. But anyway, this is where he tried to go for a suplex. Maybe he's 18, and I think he's 1987. I believe he's born around that. But anyway, that's a different video for a different day. This is where we got what's his name? This is where we got what's his name? This is where we got who was it? It was what's his name? Who was it? It was Julius Creed. That's what it was. Like he had to get hit with an insecurity kick. This is where he then tried. This is where Kirtan tried to go over again, but lightning doesn't strike twice. This is where he ducks. This is where he tried to go for like a catapult slam, but this is where he hits him with the power of the spinning twister kick again, right into the head to distract him so he could tag in Otis. With Otis trying to go comeback mode onto what's his name, Julius Creed. But that's where we got Brutus Creed. Then they're trying to check on his big brothers. Are you okay, Jew? And this is where then Chad Gable did the same with him taking a little breather. This is where Brutus Creed then sacrificed for Julius, like to not get clothesline with Otis freight training him right into the right. This is where we got Julius Creed then go for a running knee right onto the head of Otis. This is where then he goes for another knee strike right into the chin of the former Heavy Machinery member. This is where then we got. That's where we got Julius Creed and throw Otis back in the ring with Chad Gable instructing him to. This is where he tried to go for a crossbody, but that did not put down the former Raw Tag Team Champion. He hits a big, impressive slam right onto the Creed brother. This is where Otis then got him like, after I get done with your boys, your minions, I'm going after you. I'm going after you, abusive. You abusive father figure or whatever you want to call him. This is where then we got Ivy Niles like, okay, I tagged in Julius in like, no, you need to get out and let Maxine him because I want to fight her now. This is where Otis is like, okay, you can keep blabbing your mouth because I'm not gonna come back in this ring. Like, I'm not gonna go out in this corner because you say so. This is where we got Maxine Dupree then jump right on top of what's her name, Ivy now. This is where she started hitting right hand onto the face of Ivy. This is where she gets middle drop kick by the Alpha Academy member. This is where she tags in Otis back in the ring so Julius Creed can be back as the legal man. This is where we got Otis then dodge out of the double clotheslines that what's that? Or he knocked off the double clotheslines that Julius and Brutus Creed were trying to hit into him. He went right back to the right. He hits the double clothesline or no double shoulder tackle right onto the Creed brothers. Is where then he grab Akira Tozawa with him getting into the ring. This is where he got used as a helicopter to do a helicopter kick when he got on the shoulders of Otis. This is where he starts spinning him around, hits him right into the head of the Julius Creed and Brutus Creed, sending him right into the left side. Then this is where we got Akira Tozawa. Then run to the before he before he goes for a dive, this is where we got a very awkward moment, like with Otis slap him right across his butt, like if it's football, and this where then Otis then pointed at the Creed brothers. It's where it's like this is where Otis is like you want to go down there and knock him down. This is where Akira Tozawa is like yeah, like you. And she was like, you know what? I have a better idea. Like, how about, instead of me, how about we have little sis Maxine get in the ring? This is where Maxine's like, who, me? Like, you're asking me to do it? Like, I'll with pleasure. Like, this is where she went right up on the top rope in the upper right side, hit the diving crossbody on everybody on Team American Made. With Maxine Dupree's like, yeah, like we're the better American Olympians here in this group. This with them. Hitting the right after she hit the crossbody, she started going hyper onto with Maxine Dupree and Otis and Akira Tozawa. Of course, this is where we got them back in the ring. Like this is where we got. Oh, it was Otis and Julius Creed with him going for a comeback onto what's his name to the Julius Creed. This is where he hit the splash right onto him on the bottom left side. This is where he ripped off his shirt right in front of Chad Gable, trying to mock him like how Chad been doing it to him. This is where the Otis then start going for it is caterpillar roll into an elbow drop. This is where we got Wade Barrett hilariously then say like, I think you should cover your eyes, Joe, to the new commentator. This is where then he turned out that Joe Tessitore is a huge fan of Otis. This is where he's like, you're even worse than Michael Cole. And I was dying with laughter. Goofy wrestling personalities, I should say, of the night. Well, I'll say Wade Barrett, yeah, he gets the award of the night. This is where we got Otis to go for a wheel kick right onto Julius Creed, which kind of try to close on him there because he was the legal man. Like I believe we already tagged in Julius before he knocked him over. This is where he ducks out, hits a wheel kick. Like if he was like a cruiserweight, this is where he tried to go for a pin, and he probably would have gotten away with it with this win if it wasn't for his meddling big brother. This is where we got Julius Creed and go for a right hand right to the face onto Otis until he tried to arch him to the right side, but this is where Otis fought back with a right hand. This is where we got Julius Creed and hit a forearm right back in him. This is where he started repeatedly hitting forearms repeatedly, like about 5 more times. Anyway, we got Akira Tozawa and then hit a German suplex like if they were still in Berlin. This is where then we got. And this is where we got Julius Creed, Brutus Creed trying to close on Akira Tozawa right into the right side, but he flipped down the ropes. This is where Akira Tozawa runs to the left, goes to the right, hits that double suicide dive. First he hit the first one, then the second one on the left side. But this is where, unfortunately, what's his name? Julius Creed caught him right as soon as he tried to land on him, and he gets hit with a belly-to-belly suplex by Julius Creed. This is where he tried to get up right on the left corner apron. But this is where Otis sends him right into the left side barricade while clotheslining him off the top of the left apron. This is where we got Brutus Creed then try to go for a Brutus bomb, I believe, which he knocks over the big beast of the Alpha Academy. Which I should say the big man of Alpha Academy, just saying. But this is where we got him rolling over to his Alpha Academy sister, which is Maxine Dupree. This is where she tags herself in the. This is where did she go for a clothesline, and then she goes for a running knee strike in her comeback move. This is where the Maxine then. And going for a fisherwoman suplex right onto her former bestie, Ivy. This is where she sent her right to the bottom left side. This is where we got Maxine to go for a spinning leg kick. This is where she knocks her right over, right in the middle of the ground. This is where she start wiggling her hips like if she's a female. Oh, this is where she ripped off her Alpha Academy shirt. Like, luckily she had a sports bra on because that'll be very inappropriate, like to show off anything that she has under there. Like, that'll make her, like, maybe triple times worse than Timeless Tony Storm for doing that. But this is where we got or even Mariah May combined. But this is where we got. This is where that's where we got Maxine Dupree then threw the shirt right into the fans, even though it's ripped up. But what the reason why she threw that? Well, I'm not sure what's the reason. I bet probably some of y'all do. But it's where she did a cartwheel, then started hitting the reverse version of the caterpillar, until she got right into Ivy Niles' corner. This is where she tried to go for the elbow strike, but this is where Chad Gable then stopped her, saying, "Stop! What the hell are you doing?" And this is the reason why I stopped. Stop leading you as a team, because y'all failed me, because you're hitting that